Hey everybody, it's Rory, the Borneon Witch. Welcome back to my channel. Now, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I believe that COVID-19 is happening to the entire world as as an awful thing, a tower moment, to make way for better things that are to come. This is an unfortunate incident that is affecting everyone, drastically. But I also believe that there can be some good, and I think the good that's supposed to come out of it are the life lessons that we're learning. Right now, we're being taught something. So I want to know, even though I believe we're all being taught something, I want to know exactly what it is that you are being taught. What exactly is the lesson that the universe is trying to teach you from keeping you at home in quarantine, from releasing COVID into your area? What are you supposed to learn from this? So we have 3 piles today. Go ahead and choose between pile number 1 with this adorable snail charm, pile number 2 with this turtle charm, look at his little face, and pile number 3 with this white whale. Alright, take your time, pause the video if you need to, use your intuition and your gut to pick which pile is calling to you, and if you are ready, the timestamps are in the description box below. Hey everyone who picked pile number 1 and this adorable little snail charm, I love him so much. I would like to find out for you, pile number 1, what lesson are you learning right now? What lesson is COVID-19 teaching you? What lesson is the universe teaching you through this time during COVID-19? Alright, the first card that we have is the King of Cups. Okay, well, the King of Cups is somebody who is very, because the King is all about this authoritative message about empowerment, and then the cups are all about emotions. So with the King of Cups, I feel that the universe is trying to get you to feel more. Maybe it's not that you're not an emotional person, I'm sure you feel many things, but it's possible that you are kind of apathetic towards the usual struggles of people every day. Maybe you don't realize what other people have to go through. So maybe during this time of quarantine, either you are going through a hard time, or someone you know is going through a hard time, or you're reading a lot of news and you're seeing everybody who's going through a really hard time. People are losing their jobs, people are going hungry. Okay, you hear that ding? That is like confirmation for me from Spirit. But yeah, it's basically like trying to get you to be more empathetic to all of these people. They're trying to teach you empathy and to care about others more. That's what I feel from just that card. I might be wrong. If you feel that I am, please let me know. But I really feel like a lot of you are just desensitized to what happens in the world, and now you're experiencing it firsthand, the struggles of people, and you're feeling this sort of no longer sympathy but empathy for people around you. Let's see, here we have 2 cards. The first card is the 2 of Wands. Okay, so the 2 of Wands for me is about balancing and, the opposite ends of the things. But to me, it's also about having a new perspective on things, on a new outlook on life. And I really believe that the reason you are in quarantine, what COVID-19 is trying to teach you, is that you need to see things from a different perspective. So with this, I felt like they were trying to teach you to be more empathetic towards others. With this, I feel like they're trying to change your worldview. So maybe you weren't empathetic towards others before because you never really saw the hardship that people had to go through. And if that's the case, then, that makes a lot of sense, because you might be a great person and very empathetic, but if you don't see what other people go through, you can't actually be helpful or feel bad for them or want to help because you don't know what they're going through. And then the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a small message for some of you, not all, but for some of you. It is giving you time to think about your life the way it is now and make you change direction. For example, if you are a student at home right now, it may give you time to rethink what you want to be in life. Some of you may be at home during this quarantine period and thinking, God, if I was an actress, I'd be pretty useless during this time, but if I was a doctor or a nurse of some sort, I would be so much more useful during this time. Maybe I want to change what I want to be, what I want my degree to be, what I want to do when I get older. That's a possibility. Or you're at home right now realizing that you don't really like your job that much. Maybe you just like the perks, maybe you just like the money, maybe you just like the environment, but you don't love your jobs that much. And I see you contemplating a different path, either career-wise or study-wise or how to get money. I also see a different outlook at how you view money. Maybe you have a new appreciation for how hard money is to come by. That's another message that I'm getting. Let's have a look at some energy oracle cards for you. So what is COVID-19 trying to teach this group? Oh gosh, that fell into my lap. Action. Okay, maybe you are usually the kind of person who sees all of these things happening and you feel bad about it and you want to help, but you usually don't for whatever the reason. And this COVID-19 is teaching you to take action, to pursue things. Maybe you've always thought, I would love to do some charity work. I would love to go out there and help people and do stuff, but then you never got around to it. Maybe during this time of quarantine, they're like, go ahead. If you want to volunteer, do it. If you want to supply food to an organization who needs it, if you want to donate, do it. They are teaching you to take action for your thoughts, not just think of it. That actually ties in very well with this reading. And please don't feel like I'm saying that, oh, you're so ungrateful and you don't know how good you have it. I don't mean that at all. I know a lot of friends now who have told me that, like, oh, they didn't see the world this way before and they see how it is now, and they never realized all these things. Like, for example, my local zoo, I didn't even think about the animals not having food because people stopped going to the zoo and stopped paying admission. But they've been trying to raise money for the zoo, and it just didn't even occur to me that that is something that's important, So it's just, we just are seeing things in a different way. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, and I'm not trying to insult you. Family. Okay, so for some of you, it could be showing you the importance of family. If you live with your family, chances are you are quarantined with them right now. Whether your country is in a type of quarantine or lockdown or not, you're probably spending more time with family, trying to social distance. If that's the case, then they're trying to show you how important family is right now. It's likely, if you got this card and they're trying to teach you the value of family, that you're not currently close to your family. And if that is the case, then this is a time for you to either get closer to your family or see them for who they truly are, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, just actually seeing who your family is and what they mean for you, what they mean to you, and how the impact that they have in your life. Maybe you will have a greater appreciation for family after this whole thing is over. Anything else from this deck? I'm going to do one more shuffle. If nothing comes out, we're just going to move on. Oh, okay. We have here blossoming abundance. Okay, so again, I feel like an appreciation for money. I think I said that earlier on in this reading. You have a new appreciation for money that is coming in right now. It's not that you were wasteful with money before, of course not. That's not what I'm trying to say, but it's possible that certain things about money you didn't really think about, and now you're just like, oh yeah, okay, I definitely see how this amount of money is not a lot for me, but how it's tons and tons of money for someone else. So you have a new appreciation for finances and money and where the money comes from in your family, right? Let's pull some guidance cards, because I think the message is incredibly clear on what quarantine and COVID-19 is trying to teach you in your life right now. But I love these guidance cards. I just feel like you always pull the right one that you need to hear. So what does group number 1 need to learn from this quarantine COVID-19 period? Oh, here we go. Alright, we have the card Child here. Let me read it for you. It says, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Okay, this doesn't necessarily mean children, but it is talking about, I feel, people who are dependent on you. So if you are a parent or if you are a provider of any sorts, it's just, the universe is just reiterating like how important you are to someone else's life and to really take responsibility, even if you are just a kid at home and you are the child in the situation. It just is really putting into perspective who needs you for support in your life. I feel like this ties in with the family card pretty nicely. I think a lot of you are between the ages of like late teens to early 20s. I mean, of course, some of you could be older, but I feel like majority of you are in that range, just because I feel like I can kind of feel you staying at home with your parents That's the vibe I'm getting, like you're with your family and you're a younger member of the family for most of you. I'm sure some of you are like mothers and fathers and like the main provider of your family here. Oh, nothing else wants to come out. Alright, I guess that's it. Let's just do one last shuffle. Yep, that's it. Okay, that was your reading group number 1. I hope it resonated with you, and I hope you come out of this quarantine, COVID-19 time with a new outlook on life, more empathetic, seeing the world in a different view. You look at finances differently, you have a change of career path, and I hope that you take action and not just think about what it is that you want to do and dream about it, but actually go for it and pursue your dreams. Alright, that's all I have for you, group number 1. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below and a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. Bye! Hello, group number 2, who chose this adorable little turtle. What's happening? This is your message for what is this time in quarantine / COVID-19 trying to teach you? We're going to start with tarot first. Always tarot first. So let's see what COVID-19 is trying to teach you, group number 2. Right now you're in quarantine, spending more time with your family, probably social distancing. It's probably a tough time for you and everyone else around you. So what is the universe trying to teach you with this? What is the life lesson that you are trying to learn? Oh, there we go, our first card. And our first card is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. I get the feeling that a lot of you have been using this time to further yourselves in terms of your studies, in terms of your career, in terms of your business. For example, if you were a student, I feel like you would take more time into investigating what it is you want to do in the future. If you are an entrepreneur of any sort, maybe you're looking at this time to put in more effort into your business. If you were a YouTuber, maybe you will be using a lot of this time to do YouTube videos for YouTube. But I feel like a lot of you are being taught to appreciate the abundance in life and how to be abundant. Like you're getting a lot of ideas and thoughts on how you can be more successful when all of this is over. You're actually learning how to be more successful during this time. If some of you have been laid off or some of you have money troubles, I am sincerely sorry to hear that. But I feel like you are going to be given some really good ideas right now to show you how you can better succeed once all of this is over. The 2 of Cups, okay? Maybe some of you are locked inside with your partners or, you know, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, husband and wife, boyfriends, I guess. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but I see you strengthening your relationships during this time. For example, they always say that absence makes the heart fonder. So I feel like during this time, Spirit is trying to encourage you to strengthen the bonds of your relationship. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. Could be you didn't realize how much you would miss this friend until you stopped seeing this person every day. You didn't realize how important your family was to you. Or if it is a relationship, you didn't realize how much you love this person until you couldn't spend any time with them, and then it was really clear that you really care about them. I feel like Spirit is trying to teach you how to be more appreciative of the people around you, as well as giving you this opportunity to strengthen your bonds with this person. You're probably texting, if this is a person on the outside of your home and not physically in your home, then you're probably texting this person all day, which means that because you have more time to text them, right? Because you guys aren't at school and you guys aren't at work, whatever the case is. So you have more time to text, you have time to get closer, to bond. You're probably learning more things about these people, and this is the opportunity that Spirit is giving you because it's trying to teach you the importance of all this. Oops. Would you look at that? I have the 10 of Cups, a family card, and I have the 7 of Pentacles, and I have the 3 of Cups. Wow. Okay. How can I organize this to show you every single card? 1 second. Okay, so with the Ten of Cups, this is a family card. So just like the previous pile, and I'm not surprised because this is a pretty good thing, I get the feeling that Spirit is trying to teach you to appreciate your family, to appreciate your relationships, to strengthen your bonds a bit more. You are likely locked up with your family at home right now, and you're spending a lot more time with them, you're learning a lot more about them, and you're kind of forced to spend time. Maybe you weren't before and you guys didn't see each other much, but now you're spending a lot of time at home together, and you are learning to appreciate your family, or at least that's the idea. Spirit is hoping that you will appreciate your family more. I also see you guys bonding. Now, if you were tight with your family this entire time, that's great, and it just can only get stronger from there. But if you never were, this is probably a time when Spirit is trying to show you, see, family is important, see, your family cares, see, you need to be closer to your family, and see how, you know, they support you and how you can lean on each other for support. Here, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is exactly what I was saying in the beginning of this video. You are preparing for the future. You are changing the course of your life to accommodate something different when accommodate something different when this lockdown quarantine period is over. So preparing for the future in a different way. Like I said, if you are in college, you may be thinking about doing a different degree. If you are a budding entrepreneur, you may be having different business ideas to prepare you for the future. A whole bunch of things that things and ideas and plans are coming to you to change your perspective on what you want to do. I see you using this time to better plan your future. I've actually been doing the same. I've been thinking about studying overseas and things like that ever since quarantine period. So maybe that is the planning for the future that Spirit wants you to do. Here we have the Three of Cups, and this is a very clear sign for me for you to appreciate the smaller things. If you really are a budding entrepreneur or somebody who is very likely to be successful in the future, chances are you don't stop to smell the flowers very much. And what I mean by that is that you are always on the go, you're always working, you're very hardworking. But because of this, you don't really get much time to spend with others and appreciate the small moments. So I feel that during this quarantine period, Spirit is trying to teach you to appreciate the small things in your life, like family, like good friends, like the food that you have and the roof that you have over your head. Just try to appreciate the small things and be so grateful and celebrate the small things in life. That's a pretty clear message for me. Let's see if I can get more information for group number 2. What is group number 2 being taught? What lesson should group number 2 learn during this quarantine period? Okay, that one turned over, so I'm going to take that. All right, this says attachment. Wait, I can't have to fix this first. You know what it is. All right, so this card says attachment. Okay, maybe it's encouraging you. Again, I feel like I don't want to get too into this card because I don't really like repeating myself in a reading. I mean, sometimes you have to because the messages keep coming up so strongly. But it's exactly what I was saying with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. You just need to build an attachment. If you were a very detached person before because you were so busy, you know, living life and trying to be successful, now is the time to attach yourself to the important things, like family, like friends, like the small things in life. That's a pretty clear message. I don't want to go too deep into that. Let's just get another card. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. This is a beautiful card. That is a beautiful angel, and this is a very important chakra. So the 7th chakra is your crown chakra. This is the chakra that's for intelligence, different way of thinking, different perspectives and worldview, ascension. It's very unlikely that somebody would have a very active 7th chakra if they weren't spiritual. I mean, it's possible, but it's very unlikely. So this is probably a time that I get the feeling that this is a side quest, not your main quest, but a side lesson that you are learning is to be more spiritual, is to question things more, is to grow in terms of knowledge and spirituality and curiousness. I feel, the word curiousness really stuck out at me for a second. And I feel like Spirit just wants you to question things more and be more open-minded for things. Which is, again, like I said, it's a small side quest. I don't feel like it's your main thing that you want to focus on. The main thing is about you getting ideas about your future and about, you know, being closer to friends and family. That's the main thing. But hey, nothing wrong with building on your spirituality. Fresh air. Okay, this is funny considering we're all in lockdown. I get the feeling that you did not spend much time outside because, again, you're always working. So because you didn't spend a lot of time outside, you are now crazy missing the outdoors. You want to go on hikes. You want to go swim in a lake. You want to spend more time outside with fresh air. You want to walk the dog, all of this stuff. And you didn't before. So you being in quarantine now is teaching you to appreciate the smaller things. Remember I said that with this card, and one of the smaller things to appreciate is fresh air and being outside and being with nature. Maybe you took it for granted before, but now you are really missing fresh air and grass under your feet. Am I right? Can you comment down below if I'm right? Are you missing being outside in nature, not just at a mall or something? Oops. What family? Okay, so this is the part of the reading where I realized that I should stop pulling cards because they have no more messages for you, because we're just going in a circle and talking about the same thing. The family card. Do I even need to say it again? Guys, appreciate your family. I really feel like you've been out of touch with your family lately because there is so much emphasis on you guys getting cozy and getting to know each other better and like being a family again. Maybe because you're always working, you're never at home to eat with them or spend time with them or talk about your day, and now you're all stuck together. So don't overlook this time. Take some time to appreciate the small things and take some time to spend with your family and bond with them. You are never going to get this kind of opportunity again, so just enjoy and really fulfill what the universe is trying to teach you. That's all I have for you, group number 2. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, leave a comment down below to share your story. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for watching this reading, guys. I really hope that everyone's okay. Bye. Hey there, group number 3. No, let me try that again. Hey there, group number 3 who chose this adorable little whale charm, this white whale. Let's find out what this time in quarantine is trying to teach you, what spirit is trying to teach you during this time of quarantine. As always, tarot first. All right, group number 3, what are you supposed to be learning during this time of quarantine? What message is the universe trying to teach you during this time of quarantine and lockdown and global tragedy? What message and lesson are you supposed to learn? Okay. Oh, wow, 3 at one go. All right. Let's start from the top, shall we? First card is the Queen of Wands, and she is just stunning. Okay, I feel like you guys, prior to this, you probably didn't have much passion. You were probably just going through the motions. You know, it's just like, I'll go to work because I have to. I'll go to school because I have to. I'll do this because it's expected of me. But during this time of quarantine, Spirit is trying to teach you to become more passionate. It is trying to inspire you creatively. It is trying to make you more excited about life. It is trying to give you new ideas for projects. And all of this is to better yourself. Like I said, a lot of us do go through the motions. I know I was like that in the beginning of last year, so January 2019. I was just doing stuff because I thought I should, but my heart wasn't in it. Spirit is now using this time of quarantine to keep you at home, to make you more creative and more passionate about something. Perhaps there is a new passion that's coming into your life for you to be passionate about, or you are now doing something that you used to do, but you have more time to pursue it now. For example, as a YouTuber, if you didn't have time from January to March to film a video, now you have all the time in the world. That's just an example. I don't know any YouTubers who were missing from January to March. The second thing I have here is the Four of Swords. Okay, you know what? You needed a break. Even though you were just going through the motions, I feel like you were still overworked or maybe worried about something, or something was always in the back of your mind. This time, it's giving you a time this time in quarantine has given you a time to rest and relax. I do see it as, gosh, how do I say this without like making it seem horrible? Sometimes I cannot language. Do you know what I mean? I cannot language sometimes. What I'm trying to say is that it's possible that what you were doing before quarantine wasn't quite meant for you. So this time during quarantine is to give you a break from that, give you a break from your job, from going into work or your school, and showing you didn't really want to be doing that, did you? Now that you're in quarantine, do you miss that? No. Do you want to go back and you can't wait to start doing that again? No. Now, if your answers to the last two questions were, yeah, I love my job and I love what I do, fair enough. This could be about something else. But this quarantine has stopped you. It has stopped you from doing something that you were doing that you can't do anymore because it wasn't meant for you. And now it's time for you to be passionate about something else. For example, my friend was supposed to hand in his, what is it called when you apply? His application? He was supposed to hand in his application to a school, and he doesn't really want to do this course. I just know that it's the only thing that's available to him right now for personal reasons, but I know his heart really isn't in it. The day that he was supposed to hand in his papers, my whole country went into lockdown and nobody was allowed to leave their houses. So for me, that is a very clear sign from the universe telling him, hey bro, you know what, you are not supposed to do this degree. Why don't you just spend some time indoors and think about what it is that you're really passionate about. The Hierophant, or the Hierophant, however you want to say it. I say Hierophant. Okay. Some of you out there are teachers, and for those of you who are teachers, mentors, guides, any sort of instructor or trainer, my hat's off to you. I'm a teacher as well, and you guys doing online lessons, you guys are bomb. I love you. Coming back to this, Hierophant, this is a time for you to better yourself and learn new things. A bunch of new things. You should learn new skills. You should learn that new language that you've always wanted to learn. You should pursue this thing that you've always wanted to try but you didn't have time for because you were always so busy. Now is the time to enhance yourself creatively, career-wise, intelligence-wise. Just like in this card, I see you needing to read more, learn more skills, learn more, acquire more knowledge, do some research about something. For example, if you were my friend, this would mean that you should research colleges and degrees that you actually want to pursue and why you want to pursue them rather than just blindly following what you think is available to you. But this is a time of betterment, self-betterment in terms of education, skills, and any other way, it could even be physically, it's just a time of bettering yourself. Oh, that was quick. Group number 3. What? The Magician and the Mirror. Everything that you have ever wanted to be, you can be right now. When we look in the mirror, sometimes we tend to imagine ourselves as something different or something that we want to be. And I am here to tell you that you need to not just see it in the mirror, but make it a physical thing. For example, if you always wanted to be a YouTuber, now is the time. Grab your camera, record something, and put it on the internet. If you wanted to make tiny little charms and sell them on the internet, do that. If you wanted anything, do your research. And whatever it is that you wanted for yourself, make it a reality. The Magician in the Mirror is showing you that whatever is there, you can turn it into the reality. The Magician is the master of manifestation. And the mirror is just ourselves, our true selves, exactly what we're supposed to be. So you can better yourself. I feel like life was kind of bleak before before quarantine and COVID, and it's kind of bleak now. But once you're out, you have such opportunities, so many opportunities to better yourself and further yourself in so many different ways. You want to be something? Heck, stop making excuses and just be it, Yeah, I feel like it's just trying to teach you to do things for yourself. Okay, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, great angel. Go ahead and look him up if you've never heard of him. Archangel Metatron is here to tell you that you need to look at things from a new perspective. You need to have an entire new point of view on the world. Again, I feel like you guys were in a wrong direction. We're going in the wrong direction, pursuing the wrong thing for a long time. And I'm not trying to insult you. This is the message I'm getting from these cards and the feeling that I'm getting. You were given a break from your previous life, okay? And right now, all of us, especially those of us who are in quarantine and lockdown in our own countries, we're being given a massive stop button for some aspects of our life, not all, obviously. And there's no point in going through this huge change if we don't learn anything from it. And this card is telling me that the main thing that you need to change is your outlook on life and what you're seeing. The third eye is all about seeing things that others don't. I mean, yes, it's about spiritual intuition and seeing the other side and all of those woo-woo things that you hear about in movies, but it is also just about clear sight, clear point of view, a clearer mindset, and being able to see things for what they really are. And you need to see that what you were doing previously, one, you were not supposed to do, and two, find what it is that you are supposed to be doing. And now is the best time to do that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Hierophant, research it, find out, try a bunch of different things, take a quiz. What should my next career choice be? What am I good at? What would I enjoy? Find out, do some research, and better yourself through those exact things. You hear that ding? That's my confirmation. It also means that somebody's messaging me on WhatsApp. Let's get some guidance cards for you, pile number 3. Oh, you're gonna fall out? Yes, it did. Oh gosh, 3 cards. Okay. Hey, 3 fell out just like your first pile. Alright, let's do this one first. Oh my gosh, wasn't I just saying this? You are on the quest to find your life purpose. You haven't found it yet, or you are in the process of finding it, but this whole thing is related to your life purpose. You are learning what it's supposed to be, and you are pursuing it, okay? Well, you're not pursuing it yet, but you're pursuing the search to find it. You are in lockdown. You are in quarantine. You were given a break from your previous life, a stop button, if you will, to discover your life purpose. What? Okay, I was just about to say this. In the past 2 cards, they talked about family, both of them, and they both talked about relationships in their life, and I guess you guys are not any different. This is also a time, and I mean, this is for everybody, so I'm not surprised that all 3 people got this, all 3 piles got this message. But this is a time for you to focus on important relationships in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. I mean, it very well could be husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, that person that you don't have a label for, but you know you like them. This is what I'm talking about. These relationships in your life with your mom, dad, cousins, sisters, friends even, it is an important time to appreciate the relationships in your life. And being apart from people, you know, can make the heart grow fonder. And I hope that you take this time to appreciate the people around you, tell them how much you mean to them, and all that good jazz, all that good stuff. And the last card, I can't even with you, group number 3. This is such a clear message. You need to find out what you desire. After this video, you need to go out and you need to decide what it is that you desire. Find out what your true purpose is, what your life purpose is. And you seem to be kind of lucky. I think that something that you really enjoy is going to end up being your life purpose anyway. Some people just go ahead with it, but you're going to enjoy what your life purpose is. It will be something that you desire, but you need to figure out what that is first. All I know is that if I could give you any advice at all, I would say don't go back to the life you were living. You were going in the wrong path. And that is a clear message from Spirit that you need to be back on track now. That is all I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you'd like to share your messages with us. Thank you so much for watching this reading with me, group number 3, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!